high income skills for Etsy in 2025. So guys, we all want to make money on Etsy as fast as possible. And there are certain skills that if you put your time into learning will help to make that dream a reality so much faster than if you were to put the same time into perfecting and learning other skills. And so I've been selling on Etsy myself for a few years now, and I've also worked directly with a lot of you guys on your shops. So I've had the pleasure of experiencing firsthand what skills normally result in making the most money on Etsy time and time again. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly what these skills are so that you can get the highest ROI on your time and you can learn the highest income skills possible for Etsy that give your shop the best chance of success in 2025. So first up, we've got the skill of visual merchandising. And now guys, this is defined as understanding how to present products in an appealing way to attract customers. And guys, I promise you, once you learn this one skill, you will already be ahead of 90% of the competition out there. Because remember, Etsy is a visual marketplace. And so getting your product to stand out visually and just getting that first click is going to be one of the key ways that you are going to be successful on the platform. And look guys, I've done videos before on my shop directly comparing A/B test results of selling the exact same product with the same SEO, the same listing strategy, everything the same, but with only one difference, and that is the way it is visually presented. And guys, I'll flash up the results in this video so that you can see for yourself the difference that a listing image can make, and just how a listing is presented visually can make such a big difference. Honestly guys, learning how to present your products properly is such a good skill to have. And so what is the best way that we can actually improve at this skill? Well, without doubt, I think the best way is to be carrying out bestseller research for, say, a minimum, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a daily basis, or certainly as frequently as possible. Get into the mindset of looking at what best selling listings look like. This is just gonna get you such a clear picture of how best-selling listings that we know are working, how the sellers present those listings to customers. You'll start to pick up patterns of what is actually making that listing so successful, what makes so many customers click on the listing. You'll see a very clear difference between listings that don't sell and listings that do sell. A lot of the time, the listings that do sell, they're presented very nicely. So yeah, visual merchandising, essential skill to have on Etsy. It's definitely going to make you more money. Moving on to the next skill now, and this is of course just learning some basic graphic design. So look, I'll be quick with this one because to be honest, it won't have as much of an impact as some of the other skills that are going to come later on in this video. But having a really good handle on just some basic graphic design skills to allow you to create, a high quality banner, a high quality logo, it's going to make such a difference to your shop. And look guys, remember, your Etsy banner is the biggest piece of real estate on your Etsy shop. It's the first thing that customers see when they land on your Etsy shop. So try to make it as visually appealing as you possibly can. And there's programs like Canva that you can literally go onto, just type in Etsy shop banner. They've got loads of templates already made up for you. All you got to do is just go into them. And that's what I said, guys, your skills, they only have to be basic. You can edit these templates and create a professional banner for your Etsy shop very easily. And again, basic graphic design skills, they come in very handy when it comes to creating infographics for your products as well. And guys, I say it all the time, infographics are so important because what's the major reasons that customers won't buy from us? It's either because they don't trust our shop or our brand, or they've got unanswered questions about the product and the listing that we're selling. So to be able to present and answer those customer questions in an infographic in your listing, it's a very powerful way to increase your conversions in the long run. And there's loads of tutorials online about how to improve your graphic design skills using programs like Canva. I think I've even done one myself. So yeah, improve your graphic design skills. It's going to take you a long way. Moving on to the next skill now, guys, and this is of course consistency. So look, what is the difference between the Etsy shops that are making thousands of sales a month? They've been going for say 4, 5, 6 years on Etsy, and they've been successful in that time, versus the shops that maybe are struggling to make even a few sales a month and then they just quit. The major difference is, guys, the big shops that have been successful on the platform and keep going, that is the key word. They've just kept going. They found a consistent approach, and no doubt, honestly, do you really think in 4, 5, 6 years of owning a business on Etsy that those shops, they would have never had down periods? They would have never had any struggles at all? Do you think every single one of the shops that's really successful started off and started making 100, 1,000 sales within the first few months? Probably not, guys. So, the only difference between maybe where you are at now and getting to that level of a full-time income on Etsy. It's just the people that are there, they kept going and they found a way to be consistent. And so I don't necessarily know if this is more of a skill set or a mindset, okay? But it is very important. And one thing that I've found has really helped me with this personally is, whether I'm like focusing on YouTube or Etsy, I think it's really good to look at shops that are where you want to be. So look at the big shops with like 100,000 sales, 200,000 sales on Etsy. For me personally, I'm trying to grow YouTube. So I'm looking at YouTubers with like 10,000 subs, 50,000 subs, 100,000 subs, doing what I do because it just proves to me that it's possible. And if it's been done before, and someone else has done it, there is no reason that we cannot do it and you cannot do it with your Etsy shop. If it's been done before, it can be done again. And so now let's move on to a skill that can actually really help you to be more consistent, and that is systemization. And so guys, if you can create a system for carrying out tasks that allows you to go into that autopilot, like flow state of mind, that flow state of work, where you can just be on your laptop, say 2-3 hours later, you've been super productive, you've got loads of work done, and it just felt like a complete breeze. But we all know that feeling, and that is a super good feeling. That is where the most growth in your business is always going to be made. And whatever type of product it is that you're selling, you can put a system in place to make that process of selling that product and scaling your business so much easier. So for example, if you're selling physical products, you can book out a slot, say once a month, once a week even, where you just focus that one time period on, say, bestseller research and planning out what products you want to be listing in that month, maybe even 2 months, 3 months down the line. And then you can book out another slot as a systematic approach to do all of, say, your product photography all at one time. So that you don't need to mess about like setting up a studio, setting up your camera, whatever. You can just do it all in one block continuously. You can also have a spreadsheet where you write down all of the major SEO keywords that are working well for you, that you want to be using, so that then you don't have to keep reinventing the wheel for your SEO every single time you have to do a new listing. You can just do it all in one go, copy and paste, make things so much easier. And again, guys, if you're doing print on demand products or you're selling digital products, it would make a lot more sense to do all of the design work in one go, list all the products in one go, and then do all of your SEO, your listing descriptions, do all the copywriting stuff in one go. You create a nice system for doing things so you're not chopping and changing, doing loads of different tasks like every 5 minutes, which is just going to make your head explode. You want to be as consistent as you possibly can. And guys, look, if consistency and motivation is something that you know yourself that you really struggle with, it's the key to success, but you just can't quite nail it down, then, one thing I love to do is work directly with you guys to get proven results, to implement a proven strategy, and work together to set goals that we can consistently meet to keep you moving forward with your business and always improving and scaling. And not to mention, always just being at the other end of a WhatsApp message, again, whenever you need, so that the priority is you are always moving forward with your business. I care about the shops that I work with just as much as you do yourself, and it's why we've seen the results that we have. So guys, if you wanted a chance to work together, then I'll leave a link in the video description, book in a free 15-minute call, just a quick consultation, see if we're a good fit for each other. And yeah, it's what I love to do, so it would be my honor. But moving on now, and the next high income skill to learn is customer service. So those of you looking to quit your 9-to-5 job, you probably thought your customer service days were over. But I can tell you now, customer service on Etsy, it is as important as customer service on anything else. You have to remember, Etsy is an algorithmic search engine based marketplace. So the whole business model of Etsy is for a shopper to go onto the platform, find the product that they're looking for, that they want to buy that product, be happy and satisfied enough with not only the shopping experience on Etsy itself, but also the actual product that they've bought. So they want to get something that's good, that's high quality, that they're happy with, that they actually then decide to go back to Etsy again in the future and buy more products from Etsy. So guys, when you think about this logically, Etsy will 100% prioritize shops that they think is going to give the customer a good shopping experience and has the best probability of selling them a good quality product. And so the best way to get our shop qualified in this category by Etsy is, of course, to get as many good customer reviews as we possibly can. So guys, if you're watching this channel, I just want to say to you, put your customer service hat on every now and again, okay? Message customers. When you sell a product, make sure that they receive the product right. Check back in on them. Answer customer questions on time. You might not think it's as important as what it is. I can tell you, customer service such an important skill to have when you're selling anything online, but especially on Etsy. So moving on to the next high income skill now, and this is innovation and creative thinking. So having the foresight to be continuously thinking about how to improve your business and what the next steps are, how you move forward, is such a crucial skill to have, guys. And so whether this is increasing your ad budget, taking new photos, trying out a new SEO strategy, looking at new products to add to your shop, actually adding new products to your shop, actually having the foresight to be able to continuously innovate and improve is so crucial. And there's a quote I really like here, guys, which goes something like, if you always do the same actions, then you will always get the same results. So yeah, you gotta keep moving forward. Innovation is key to any business, especially on Etsy. And you just gotta be staying as up to date as you can with the yearly trends, adding new products to your shop. And guys, look, if you do genuinely really want to keep up to date with Etsy, keep up to date with yearly trends that's going to be popping off in 2025, new products that you can add to your store, then I've done a whole video on this. If you wanted to check it out, I think it'd give you some really good ideas. I'll leave it linked just over here. Otherwise, guys, just want to say as always, I love all of you so much. Thank you for watching this video. Take good care of yourself. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.